show your face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _. We're almost at 100,000 subscribers. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. Now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, if y'all remember just a few days ago, we reported on DD Osama, who was a New York drill rapper, Dissin Chicago drill rapper who passed away, FBG Duck, Billionaire Black, and Hookah. Now we all were confused by it because first off, we know that DD Osama isn't from Chicago, and we also know that he didn't know Duck from a can of paint. So why would he go and diss Duck, or Hookah, or Billionaire Black? However, we do understand that he has a close relationship with their ops, Lil Durk, and the rest of O-Block guys and OTF guys, which may have prompted him to think it was okay to diss their ops, being that they're affiliated with them. Then it don't help that guys such as Shoebox Baby would go and approve another New York drill artist to diss the GDs, as he would take to his Instagram story to defend Sugar Hill D. Dot after he said he's big GDK and F all the Chicago GDs. Now, Shoebox Baby will take to his story to say, quote, "In Lil Bro Good, when he come down here, ain't nobody gonna lay a finger on him." So when you have guys saying whatever they want and then guys that's actually from Chicago stamping it, it's kind of hard to maintain any type of common sense out of ignorant situations like that. It's one thing to diss your ops for whatever personal reason that you have, but it's another thing to diss people who are no longer here that you didn't even know, all for the sake of who you are affiliated with. Not to mention these guys still have family and friends out here, and like I told y'all in the last video we did, when you start dissing people you don't even know, how can you defend yourself? You know, especially if you're popular, if you're famous, so you could be anywhere saying that you GDK or BDK or whatever and not knowing who's who because you aren't from Chicago. They'll spot you before you can spot them, and it makes it harder for you to defend yourself against people you don't even know. But anyway, after DD Osama will go on to diss FBG Duck, Hookah, and Billionaire Black, instead of Mama Duck entertaining it with malice by dissing him back or anything, she simply sent him a few DMs and let him know how she felt as a parent. Now Mama Duck also alerted him that he's dissing FBG Duck, but he don't even know that Duck's son is actually a fan of his music. So how does that look? Like we explained in the last video, it's kind of crazy trying to explain to a child why he can't listen to his favorite artist, being that that same artist is dissing his deceased father. So it's a very unfortunate situation, so I'm happy they actually had the chance to patch things up where they both came to some type of common ground. Now Mama Duck will post the screenshots of her sending DD Osama DMs trying to assess the situation, and she would say, quote, "Hey sweetie, I don't know you, but I just seen your little video on you smoking Duck. That don't bother me cause it's keeping his name alive. However, you rep him, but between me and you, everybody from O-Block is going to jail. That's what superseding indictment means, so please don't get yourself caught up with them. I like how you flow, but dissing the dead died with Duck. So it's not a trend anymore. Continue to be great, but don't let them goofy add N-words involve you. Much love, Mama Duck. I know you got a mom, and I can't imagine her going through that as a mom. Just think about the people they left behind, like their kids, and his son loves New York drill. He stay getting sturdy to your music. Just keep in mind, sweetie, that kids are watching, and Duck's son is a fan. He likes your music." Then she must have found out that his mother actually did go through it because he lost a brother as well. Then she said, quote, "Oh my God, I just found out by my baby that your mom has been through what I've been through. I pray that God gives her the strength to endure the loss of her baby. My condolences go out to you as well, baby, for the loss of your brother." Now that was a couple days ago, and I'm assuming DD Osama probably felt for Mama Duck, or he just have enough common sense to know what she's going through because his mother had to deal with losing a child as well, who was also his brother. So today Mama Duck will post a screenshot of the DM where DD Osama actually would respond to the DM from her, and he would say, quote, "I said your son name because his friend said my little brother name, but I got you, Mama Duck. I ain't even finna disrespect your son off the strength of what you said. Thank you and my condolences too." Now the caption of the screenshot will also read, quote, "The end at DD Osama." Now first and foremost, whoever the friends he's referring to that mentioned his brother, they never initiated the disrespect. To my knowledge, it started before when he would say he smoked in Hookah when he was on O Block and he was being funny disrespecting the GDs. At that time, he didn't say Doug's name. What I've realized is that dissing someone's dead homies done became so normalized that the people doing it don't even realize that these guys have people still around that cares about them and have to feel away every time they hear these guys bring their names up. And at this point, it's so normal that no one has any regard for the family anymore. So it's not like anybody associated with FBG Duck said something about DD Osama's dead brother first, because I'm more than sure most of them don't even know much about DD Osama, let alone his brother. Duck would have been 30 years old if he was still alive, right? Currently, DD Osama is 16 years old, man. You know, and not only is there an age difference, but there's also a state difference, a city difference. Duck is from Chicago and DD Osama is from New York. You know, so it just wouldn't intertwine with each other. Now, one thing I must commend though, with all of the stuff, you know, the bullcrap aside, shout out to DD Osama for putting his pride aside and actually responding in a respectful manner. You know, he could have responded like a troll for attention and then reposted it or whatever to try to look cool, or he could have just said nothing at all. But he took the time to respond to a mother with respect and kept it just as that. Which shows to me that honestly, he actually does have some type of upbringing. He has some type of home training. You know, despite what you see on social media, he actually has a mind of his own, because I'm sure it's not popular amongst his guys to do something like that. You know, and I hope he took it into consideration that his mother too lost a child. And he should know how it feels, because he had to witness not only how it felt to lose a brother, but watch his mother grieve over a child that she lost due to the streets as well. So I don't even know if maybe it was his own idea to respond in a respectful way, or maybe his mother seen all the media attention and him dissing Duck or whatever, and she made him apologize because she's going through the same thing or went through the same thing. Who knows? You know, but the fact is he responded, and that's dope, you know, in a respectful way. And honestly, all this did was prove that a lot of these kids just need some guidance. A lot of the people that surround these young men with money are scared to tell them the right thing if it goes against what the kids believe, because they feel the kid might cut them off financially or, you know, something to that extent. So they become yes men. And on the flip side of that, what can you really tell these kids that got their own money? You know, that's why a lot of these kids are disobedient now or do whatever they want, because they feel they got money and everything they need. So why should they have to listen to anybody that's telling them anything other than what they want to do? And when you're young, you haven't even been through life yet to be able to make wise decisions, so you do whatever you want, which usually leads to these kids crashing out. But by then, it's way, way too late, man. And honestly, I think that the industry purposely does that, because what happens is when you give these kids money so young, it don't even have to be a lot of money. It's just more than what they're used to. But when you give them money so young, now you eliminating the parents. And when you eliminate the parents, now they become in debt to the label or their manager or whoever that's telling them what to do, because that's who controls the money. That's who they have to listen to in order to get the money to disobey their parents or anybody else, or to keep up this image of looking cool. And when they're young, they don't know no better. All it is to them is the money, the cars, the lifestyle, the women, the X, Y, and Z. So now they in debt to the label or the manager and do whatever they end up wanting them to do. And this is why we get what we get from these kids, right? The drill music, the shoot 'em up, the this, because they're promoting an agenda from a label or a manager to where they're making them do it. And they're not saying no, but they kids. They don't know no better. They just taking the money. They want the money. You know, so shout out to Mama Duck for being a bigger person, and instead of meeting his ignorance with aggression, because she had every right to, but instead she spoke to him like an adult should, and that's the type of response she got from him, being that she spoke to him in such a way. Sometimes all it takes is a little communication, man. It's simple. In school, we were taught that a negative plus a negative can never equal a positive. And that applies to life in general. So with her being an adult of the situation, she reached out to him like an adult and got a positive response. So shout out to the both of them for that, man. I hope he sticks to his word without being peer pressured by his friends or anybody else and end up dissing Duck again. All right, now I don't know if he may be able to patch things up with Billionaire Black, because that's a whole nother topic of discussion. Black said, you know, when you see him, he gonna do X, Y, and Z. We can get better. And same goes for King Yella. So let's just see how things unfold. I think it was just a good look for the culture, period. And hopefully the young guys coming up see this and realize you don't have to be ignorant all the time. You know, it's okay to put your pride aside. It's okay to take accountability when you're wrong sometimes. Or maybe if you feel wrong or whatever. You know, just cut the BS out. You know, totally. So anyway, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.